are dead. All my friends are dead. Got kicked in the head. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. They got smacked in the head. All my friends are dead. I always knew that they would end up like today. They bought the bullet and
Cole TV proudly presents our exclusive sit-down interview with the Raddy Daddy himself, Cole Radrick, live from Squared Circle Expo.
Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to Squared Circle Expo Week here on Cole TV. And how apropos as we are here with the Raddy Daddy himself, Cole Radrick. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? Nice to see you again here. We're back at the Squared Circle Expo for you too.
Third year in a row, I think, for us.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. The first year we were out there. Now we've moved in the room. We're just moving onward and upwards.
Last year we were just right over there.
Now we're here. Who knows where we're going to be next year?
Crazy, dude. What a world.
What a world.
Well, this year,
let's segue into the. Let's talk about first and foremost. How you doing, man? How are things going with the injury?
Honestly, all things considered, I'm in the best, positive mental space I could be. I'm excited to get to surgery. I'm excited to attack rehab. I'm excited to get back and better, to just work to continue on recovery, and excited to be back where I belong, and that's inside those 4 posts, 3 ropes, and that squared circle, man.
Preach, brother, preach, because we desperately need our Raddy Daddy back. A nice, happy, healthy Raddy Daddy.
Absolutely.
That's what we need. I want to ask you, because we're just coming off WrestleMania weekend. You were a huge surprise. I didn't even know you're going to be out in the collective in Vegas. Let's talk about it, man. How that came to be and just how exciting that was for you.
Hey, man, it was definitely a last minute thing that happens, but some of the best things in wrestling happen last minute. And going out there and being in front of the largest Joey Janela spring break crowd of all time at the Pearl of the Palms for GCW wrestling, and to hear that crowd sing along with my theme song, and see the Raddy Daddy country once again, man, it was awesome. I'm definitely heartbroken. I miss wrestling. I miss the feeling of being home inside of that ring. I just miss being comfortable. That is my comfort space. But to be back, to see Jordan Oliver and Alec Price win the GCW Tag Team Championships again, that meant a lot. To see everybody, I got a whole bunch of messages from everybody excited and happy to see me there. And I hope they know everything goes both ways.
Absolutely, yeah. I was marking the hell out for you when that music hit. The Raddy Daddy was in the house, made all things better. Because spring break would not be complete without the Raddy Daddy.
That's what they say, man. I didn't say it. They said it. I didn't say it.
But I mean, that was a tremendous moment. And like you said, that was one of the biggest houses, or the biggest house of all time for Joey's spring break. And I'm sure, coming off of working Hammerstein and that tremendous moment you've had, let's talk about that, because, I mean, my God, working in one of the most prolific arenas in all professional wrestling, and for you to have that moment to win those tag titles with Alex, I mean, what was that moment like for you?
It's just surreal, man. Honestly, my first visualization of Hammerstein, ECW came out with a red and white DVD, but it wasn't the white base, it was the red base DVD, so it was the Most Extreme Moments Part 2. The Sandman Tommy Dreamer versus the Dudley Boys match was on that DVD. That was my first viewing of Hammerstein, and I thought it was one of the coolest things. Then as I grew up as a kid, I started looking on YouTube, and I started watching ECW way back in the day, watching Ring of Honor there, and realizing how historic of a wrestling venue it was. Just made it mean that much more to me this year. And it made it mean that much more to me back in, I believe, 2020, 2021, whenever we did Hammerstein for the first time. So to be able to do that and to get to experience it, and this year, being a featured match, teaming with Alec Price, going against Violence is Forever, going not only in a highly built, highly anticipated tag team match, but a match for the GCW World Tag Team Championships that had a lot of meaning behind it. It's one of those moments where you realize, this is special. Like, you know, you only get those certain few moments in your career to really take everything in and to really experience something and to really absorb everything. And I remember making my entrance, and I just remember telling myself, make sure you take a second to look at the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy. It was awesome. And there's people, 3 row or the third story, and they're packed all the way back there. And for me, I thought that was a really cool experience.
Oh yeah, I mean that, and you were such a pivotal part of that show too. Not only in the tag title match, but also in the main event. Like with that incredible story that was told last year with Mance Warner and Effie, and for you to have that tremendous moment in the main event, like I can only imagine it was just like you know, your kid on Christmas morning and you get like double gifted like a PlayStation and an Xbox or something. Like, what was that like being out there for the main event, the closing moments of the show?
It was definitely a big moment, you know. GCW World Championship, main event, Mance Warner, Effie. And then all of a sudden, the Raddy Daddy comes to town. And, you know, there's some people that ask me, why didn't you cash in on Effie? When I have the brass ring, things are on my time. And could I have done it? Yes. But I think there's always a right way to go about things. And I think on that night, I picked the right thing. But to be, you know, such an integral part of GCW and of Hammerstein means a lot to me. I take that very seriously. I love what I do. Like, I love being a professional wrestler. I love getting to travel all over and to meet new people, to meet fans, and to share and spread what pro wrestling is. And that's just one of those things that you can never take for granted, and you always have to appreciate it.
Absolutely. I want to ask you about that too, because I mean, what we've seen over the past year alone with GCW, like the growth has been monumental. It's been insane, and now you see independent wrestling, I would easily say, is at the healthiest it's been. What are your thoughts on like this rapid growth of independent wrestling? And as well, I got to ask the elephant in the room with WWE being involved in a lot of this stuff, but them having more eyes on talent that they may not have necessarily had before.
You know, I think it's just the business is ever evolving, and it's one of those things where you can get upset by it, but like at the end of the day, you should do what your heart desires and what you think is right. And I think, you know, the more eyes on wrestling, it benefits everybody. You know, hopefully it benefits everybody from the local mom and pop indies that, you know, run a show once a month in the same town, or it's the indies that travel all over the world, or just the indies that travel all over the United States, or just anybody that runs. Like, at the end of the day, for me, I want professional wrestling to thrive. If everybody's winning, I'm happy. I don't want anybody to lose. I don't want to take anybody's food off of their plate. Obviously, like, I just want to see everything work for everybody. Now, is that how the world goes? No. So that's not how the world goes. But for me, I am just hoping that, you know, at the end of the day, professional wrestling continues to grow. That more eyes get seen on people that deserve it, and that the thing that we all love continues to be the thing that we all love.
Absolutely. Speaking of independent wrestling, we got to talk about your home promotion, MWT. Let's talk about it, man. You're going on your third show, by the way?
Absolutely. Midwest Territory gone with the wind tomorrow night, April 26th, the Owen Valley Sports Complex. Yeah, man, MWT is awesome. You know, it's not just me. There's shout out Cam Adams, shout out Chad French, and especially with this show tomorrow, like, it's definitely not all me at all. But you know, to be able to run something not only in Spencer, which is where I saw my first ever my independent show, but to just try to provide something that gives back to my community that I grew up in is so vitally important to me, and I love it, man. I love being able to give back. I love being able to see not only the kids but the adults' reaction to the shows. Like, you know, you want to build wrestling, you want to protect wrestling, and that's what we try to do.
Absolutely, and I can tell you, and you of course can catch some of those vlogs from MWT here on Cole TV, where we went to a couple of shows. I want to ask you too, like, how cool was it being involved with your promotion as they were part of the Naptown combat here for Royal Rumble weekend. To be on the bill with like GCW and Rev Pro, what was that like?
So I thought it was personally pretty cool. I can't lie. The Naptown stuff was actually all put together by Cam Adams. So I can't lie. I didn't have much to do with it, but I think it's super cool. Like, you know, it's something that means a lot to me personally because it affects directly my hometown, where I grew up, where I watched my very first ever independent show. So to have it be involved with GCW and everybody else involved, Wrestling Involved and everybody else involved, I thought that was very cool.
Yeah, it was an awesome. And honestly, I was there, like, in one of the highlights of the weekend, like that match with Effie and Noah Fell. Absolutely love that matchup. Like a dream matchup. Need to run that back, I think.
Absolutely.
Talking about independent talent, there's so much talent out there. And with you now on this side of like running a promotion, let me ask you something. Is there a hidden gem talent out there? Is there somebody out there who would be like you would recommend, or like you just people should have their eyes on?
You know, the hard thing is with social media being as popular as it is, it's kind of hard to be a hidden talent.
That's true.
But I think I think besides hidden talents, there's a lot of underappreciated talents where they may have been on some big shows, but they're not truly appreciated for who they are. And honestly, when you brought that up, the first person that came to mind was Hunter Drake out of Alabama. He does a lot of stuff with NWA. He does a lot of stuff with GCW. And I personally think Hunter Drake is one of those guys where you can put him in any type of match and the guy will figure out not only the way to make it good, but to leave his mark. And that is such a vital part. Is any match you want to watch. You want to take something away from it. And I think Hunter Drake is one of those guys where you watch him and you are at least entertained by him, or there's something to take away from it that you enjoy.
Yeah, his enthusiasm when he comes out in the ring, man, like it instantly puts a smile on your face. Like it's just a good. Yes, exactly. Hey, another one talent you've worked with, I want to talk about. This young man having a tremendous collective weekend. What about young, I think 17, Bryce Maddox? Then he
Bryce Maddox?
Reese. I'm sorry.
He's actually around here. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. He was asking me where I was at.
Okay.
So
I mean, it's just crazy. At 17, you're working like, you know, at Dragon Gates Rebirth.
Yep.
You're working at the Clusterfuck. I mean, like, a pretty awesome weekend for him.
Absolutely, and you know, he's a young kid that's grinding, and you can tell that he loves wrestling, that he's driven by wrestling, that, you know, all he wants to do is get better, and that's part of the game. Is, are you obsessed with it? Are you wanting to get better? Are you willing to look at the 0.01% that may have gone wrong and figure out how did it go wrong and how to adjust it? And just to see a guy like him just continue to grind and continue to push and continue to chase, especially being so young and traveling as much as he is, like, that's very awesome. So,
yeah, I mean,
wrestling is good hands for the future.
Oh yeah, and for somebody that young to already have that much experience, I mean, it's phenomenal, man. You love to see it. It's a great story. All right, non-wrestling related, you got it on. We got to talk about it. It's draft. Let's talk about them Indianapolis Colts. I'm a Bears guy, so you're welcome.
INDY. Let's talk about the Colts. What do you want to talk about? How we got Tyler Warren, and we didn't have to trade up. We didn't have to move nobody. I love it. Anthony Richardson, QB1, with Tyler Warren, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, Adonai Mitchell. Big Q still, Garden.
So
Give it to me.
What are your predictions for this upcoming season for the Colts?
If we go 9-8, I'm happy.
Okay.
If we go 8-9, I'm not disappointed. That is expected.
Can they win the South?
I think so. I think in a year with Cam Moore, does Cam Moore get potentially a lot better and they build around him? Yes. And then there's time for worry. I think the Texans are the biggest worry still, but they no longer have Stephon Diggs. I believe Tank Dell is still out. I don't know for sure. Don't hold me to it. And, you know, they kind of got soft last year, near the end of the year. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Call me a liar, but you could also call me a truther. And so...
Got a little tired. We all get tired every now and then.
I think Do I think it gets harder to win the division the next few years? Absolutely. But do I think it gets a little bit easier to win it this year? Absolutely. I think there's a good chance it could happen, and I would love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't anticipate anything with the Titans. The Jags are the Jags. I mean, I feel
The
like
Jags are the Jags, the Titans are the Titans.
the Texans is realistically your competition.
Exactly. And we beat them in Texas last year. They beat us at home in the home opener.
Yeah, they came close to getting to the playoffs last year, so
Exactly.
dreams do come true. It could happen to you.
Well, the last 2 years we came close.
Yeah.
And for some reason they want to hate Anthony Richardson. Boo!
There's Steph DeLander, by the way. Just walk by.
How are you, dude?
Good, buddy. How are you?
It's really good to see you, dude. You doing
Love your shirt, dude.
Thank you.
What's up,
Thank
Jeff?
you.
How are we doing in the interview?
You're good, brother.
You're good.
You're good, brother.
Are you running into you?
Absolutely.
See, that's just the effect the Raddy Daddy has. So you got people coming up to you. You got Steph DeLander, like just walking by like nothing.
Mean mugging me.
Me mugging you. Let's see. I see how it is.
That's true. I was really booing. Let's not talk. Let's not.
Yeah. Stretch you. Let me ask you. All right. Let me ask. Everybody ask this question. The Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna twist it up a little bit for you because I ain't going anything wrestling. Mount Rushmore of Taco Bell food items.
Oh, that's the easiest thing in the world.
Okay.
I'm a basic foodie. So, crunchy taco, soft taco, cinnamon twist, a Pepsi, because I like the Pepsi from Taco Bell specifically. Or actually, wait, I'll take the Pepsi.
You don't have to do the Pep. Pepsi's kind of common, so we can.
Taco, crunchy taco, soft taco, nacho fries, nacho chips, cinnamon twist.
Okay.
I'm basic. I don't eat a lot of crazy shit.
I can respect that. I respect that.
Easy Fab 5 of a foundational Fab 5 and a Fab 5 you can always build on top of.
You can't go wrong. I mean, that's a safe bet, but safe is a good thing in this case, especially when you're dealing with Taco Bell. I'm just saying. When you were out in Vegas, did you have any delicious food from the Palms? Which, by the way, you can see some of the delicious food I had at the Palms on our next I'm Your Huckleberry. Cheap plug in this interview.
I did not have any food from the Palms.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. You missed out.
Actually, that's why I had McDonald's in the food court.
Bro, you should have hit up that pizza place there, the Green Street, where the GCW merch was.
Yeah.
That pizza was fire. In fact, I saw your tag partner was there grabbing a piece at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, but he's from Boston.
Yeah, so it's like, it was pretty good pizza. I ain't gonna lie.
Hell yeah.
It was pretty fire. Was it worth the $15 per slice? I don't know. That's debatable.
Oh, I would not have. No matter how big that slice is, I'm not paying for that.
Well, it was in New York. It was a pretty good slice. And plus, a desperate man will do desperate things at 1:30 in the morning. I'm just saying. But nonetheless, just so happy that you're here with us here at Squared Circle. It's so great to see you, man. Happy and healthy, and this has got to feel good for you too. Like not only enjoying going out to Vegas for the collective, but being here too. Having people stop by, wishing you well wishes and stuff. I mean, it's got to be good for your spirit, right?
Absolutely, man. And it's always nice to see people and people I haven't seen in years, and just to catch up. And like I said, I'm trying to keep in the best spirits. Being able to be around and still be seen and see people that I love and want to be around is awesome, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you and Brent for having me out again.
Of course. You're our brother.
I feel very
our
blessed.
Family.
I feel very blessed, and I just think it's very cool, man. It's very humbling to come out and see everybody, and just makes me miss it that much more. But hey, one day at a time, and we rock and roll.
Yeah, man. It's gotta bring you nothing but positive vibes, as you go through this recovery and stuff. Which I know we will see you back in at it, and I'm just calling it now. I'm calling my shot like Babe Ruth. Got a future world champion right here. It's gonna happen.
I like the sound of that. You know that one? I like the sound of it.
That gold's gonna look so good around that way. So
INDY, baby.
well, hey, as we finish up here, tell all the people where they can find you, because I know you've got a lot that's going on social. I know you got big on Twitch, right?
Big on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Raddy Daddy #4 ever. You can find me at Instagram or the X at ColeRadrick. And check me out at Midwest Territory at MWT Wrestling on Instagram. Or on Twitter, not Instagram, Twitter.
X, whatever we're calling it.
Yep,
Something
at
like it.
MWT Wrestling on X.
There you go. So, well, thanks so much, brother. Love you, man.
Love you, my man.
Absolutely.
Always. Let's go.
Yep, let's go. Follow the Raddy Daddy on his success as he gets back into the squared circle. And also follow Cole TV, where you'll see some of that journey. I'm just saying. We're going to be going to a lot of MWT shows. Yeah, let's go. And as always, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button with your finger. Touch tips. Oh.
Well, thank you so much, Cole, and thank you so much for watching this exclusive interview with Cole Radrick with Cole TV. And once again, we do apologize about those audio issues, but thank you again for watching and for all of your support. And enjoy the rest of the content coming to you this week for Squared Circle Expo Week on Cole TV.